Hi everyone, hope you all are good. So we're going to start with grade 9 maths. So you can find all the lessons on aplusstudents.com. You have to log in there using your email address and password is provided by the administrator. Then you have to select math from the subject tab. Scroll down to grade 9 and then click on view all lessons. So there you can find a list of the chapters. We're going to start with the chapter solve advanced linear inequalities, graph compound inequalities, solve compound inequalities, graph solutions to compound inequalities. So let's start with the first lesson, that is solve advanced linear inequalities. So here I am on the grade 9 maths. The chapter we are working on is single variable inequalities, and the lesson we're going to start with is solve advanced linear inequalities. So let's just start with the lesson. So let's just start with the first example. The first example is negative 8 j plus, let me just write it down on the board. Okay, negative 8 j plus 9 is negative 8 j plus 9 minus 1 and less than 15. So you have to solve the linear inequality. Got it? So let's just start. First of all, you have to move that 1 to the other side. It would be negative 8 j plus 9 and 15 plus 1. Got it? Now just multiply negative 8 to both the things. It would be negative 8 times j, and 8 times 9 is 72, negative 72 plus 16. Now move 72 to the other side. It would be negative 8j, 16 plus 72. Got it? It would be 8 and 7 and 1, 88 it is. Negative 8j is less than 88. Now you have to divide both sides by negative 8. It would be then j is greater than 88 over 8. Got it? It would be j is greater than 188 over 11. 88 over 8 is 11. Got it? That means j is greater than 11. Got it? So the correct option is negative 11. Yes, because we divided both sides by negative 8, so it is j is greater than negative 11. Got it? So the correct option is j is greater than negative 11. Let's just start with the practice questions. You can have a look on the tutorial one by yourself later today. Okay, the first one is 3 times c minus 13. 3 times c minus 13 minus 11 less than 7. Okay, first of all, you have to move that negative 11 to the other side. It will be 3 times c minus 13. It will be 7 plus 11. So it makes 18. 3 times c minus 13, and that equals 18. Got it? Okay, now you either, because by multiplying you can divide both sides by the equation by the 3. Got it? Because you have to remove that 3. 3 and 3 got cancel out. You are left with 3 minus 3, and 3 times what number is 18? 3 times 6 is 18. Got it? Move that negative 13 to the other side. It would be then, and it would be then 6 plus 13. So 16 plus 13 makes 19. So it would be c is less than 19. Got it? That means the correct option is 19. Got it? C less than 19 is the correct option. Got it? Okay, the next one is negative 1 times m plus 1. Negative 1 times m plus 1 minus 3 is less than 16. Got it? So you have to remove that negative 3 here. So let's just add both sides. 3, it would be negative 1 m plus 1 is less than 16 plus 3. So it would be negative 1 m plus 1 is less than 19. Got it? So just multiply both sides of the equation with negative 1. It would be negative 1 times negative 1 m plus 1 is greater than 19 times negative 1. Negative 1 and negative 1 is positive 1. It would be then m plus 1, and 19 times 1 is negative 19. Move 1 to the other side, it would be negative 19 minus 1. So it would be m is greater than negative 18. Got it? So the correct option is m is greater than negative 18. Got it? M is less than negative 18 or answer 18 and just 18. Let me just see. When you multiply it with a negative sign. Okay, hold on. Let me just do again from here. Okay, so it would be then negative m, negative 1 is less than 18. Move negative 1 to the other side, it would be negative m is less than 19 plus 1. Negative m, 19 plus 1 is 20. Now you can multiply m is less than negative 20. So the correct option is m less than negative 20. Got it? So the correct option is m is less than, it would be m is greater than negative 20. Got it? Because you are multiplying negative on both sides, so it would be m is greater than negative 20. The correct option is, okay, the next one is solve for h. Okay, it would be h minus 5 divided by negative 7 and is less than equal to 1. Okay, first of all, we have to remove that negative 7. So let's just multiply both sides of the equation by negative 7. Got it? So it would be h minus 5 over negative 7 times negative 7 is greater than, whenever you're multiplying the negative sign to the other side, you have to change the inequality. Got it? Negative 7 times negative sign cancel out. H minus 5 is greater than 1. Negative 7. Move negative 5 to the other side, it will be then added. So negative 7 plus 5 is h is greater than negative 2. H is greater than equal to negative 2. First option is the correct option. Got it? Okay, the next one is m minus 12 over 4. M minus 12 over 4 is greater than equal to 2. Let's just multiply both sides by 4. It would be m minus 12 over, would be m minus 12 is greater than equal to 4 times 2 is 8. Got it? So you have to move negative 12 to the other side. So it would be then m is greater than 8 plus 12. So 8 plus 12 is 20. So it is m is greater than equal to 20. Got it? So that means the correct option is m is greater than equal to 20. So second option is the correct option. Okay, you can complete the test by yourself later today. Let me just move on to the next lesson. So the next lesson is graph solutions to the next lesson is graph compound inequalities. So let's just start with the next lesson. Okay, let's just start with the first example. The first example is 7 is less than equal to x, x is less than equal to 10. We have to graph the compound inequality. 7 is less than equal to x and x is less than equal to 10. So we have to graph the inequality. So how do we graph the inequality? So let's just understand the inequality. That means 7 is less than equal to x and x is less than equal to 10. That means x, basically the x is between 7 and 10. Got it? The value is x is in between 7 and 10. So just draw a line segment to represent the values of x that are greater than 10 or equal to 7. Got it? So that means the values of x are between 7 and 10. So here is a line segment that starts from 7 and ends at 10. That means you have the x values are between 7 and 10. Got it? If a compound inequality can be written with a variable between two values, like 1 is less than x is less than 3, then its graph looks like a line segment with those two values as its endpoints. If a compound inequality is written as a two inequalities joined, or like x is less than 1 or x is greater than 3, then its graph looks like two rays with those two values as their endpoints. So here it is a line segment between 7 and 10. Got it? Let's just start with the test questions. You can have a look on the tutorial one by yourself later today. So let's just start with the test questions. Okay, graph the compound inequality negative 6 is less than x is less than negative 5. So that means the values of x are between negative 6 and negative 5. X has the values that are in between negative 6 and negative 5. So it would be a line segment between negative 6 and negative 5. It looks like this. So the correct option is shade between negative 5 and negative 6. Got it? Option number 1 is the correct option. The x values are in between negative 5 and negative 6. Got it? So option number 1 is the correct option. It is shade between negative 5 and negative 6. Okay, the next one is graph the compound inequality. 2 is less than equal to x less than equal to 4. Plot the endpoint. Select an endpoint to change it from closed to open. Select the middle of a segment ray or line to delete it. So basically x is between 2 and negative 4. Got it? So you have to make a line segment that is between 2 and 4, but 2 is included because x is less than equal to 2. So 2 is, you have to, the graphs look like this. It is 2 is the closed circle and 4 is the open one, because 2 is included in the graph and 4 is not. All the values are equal to 2 and less than 4. Got it? So it would be shade between 2 and 4. So option number 1 is the correct option. It would be shade between 2 and 4. The next one is graph the compound inequality 6 is less than equal to x is less than equal to 7. So basically the x values are between 6 and 7. Got it? So it would be shade between 6 to 7. The correct option is shade between 6 to 7 because the x values are in between 6 and 7. So the correct option is shade between 6 to 7. Okay, the next one is graph the compound inequality. 1 is less than equal to x is less than equal to x is less than 4. So that means the x values are between 1 to 4. It would be shade between 1 to 4. The graphs look like this. It would be between 1 to 4. So the graphs look like this, shade between 1 to 4. Option number 2 is the correct option. So the correct option is option number 2, shade between 1 to 4. Okay, the next one is negative 7 is less than equal to x is less than equal to 0. That means the x values are between 0 and negative 7. Got it? So it would be shade between negative 7 and 0. So if you graph the inequality, it looks like this. It is between negative 7 and 0. Got it? So that is a line segment between 0 and 7. Got it? It would be a line segment between 0 and negative 7. So the correct option is shade between negative 7 to 0. Option number 1 is the correct option. So just select the correct option and click on the OK button. Okay, the next one is graph the compound inequality. So the inequality is 3 is less than x and x is less than 4. That means the x values are between 3 to 4. So it would be shade between 3 to 4. Got it? The correct option is shade between 3 to 4. So if you graph the inequality, it looks like this, between 3 to 4. That is the inequality. The correct option is shade between 3 to 4. So the second option is the correct option, shade between 3 to 4. Okay, the next one is graph the inequality. Negative 1 is less than x is less than 3. So you have to graph the inequality. So x values are between negative 1 to 3. So it would be shade between negative 1 and 3. So if you graph the inequality, it looks like this, negative 1 to 3. Got it? Okay, you can complete the test by yourself later today. Let me just move on to the next lesson. The next lesson is solve compound inequalities. Let's just move on to the next lesson. The next lesson is solve compound inequalities. Okay, here I am on the next lesson, that is solve compound inequalities. So let's just start with the lesson. We're going to learn how to solve the uh, compound inequalities. Let's just start with the first example, that is 0 is less than t minus 9. 0 is less than t minus 9 is less than 10. So we have to solve the compound inequality. So how do we solve? Basically, we have to perform the operations on both sides of the equation. Got it? Like you have to remove that negative 9. So negative 9, that means you have to add 9. So you have to add 9 to the whole inequality. It would be t minus 9 plus 9 and
10 plus 9. So 9 plus 0 is 9. 9 minus 9 makes 0. So we are left with t here, and t plus 9 equals 19. That means the values of t are between 19 and t. 19 and 9. Got it? That means the values of 19 are between, the value of t is between 19 and 9. So to solve for a variable, use inverse operations to undo the operations in the inequality. Be sure to do the same operations to all parts of the inequality. Got it? Basically, the concept is same. We have to undo the operations, but you have to do in the all parts of the inequality. Got it? So it would be the values of t are between 9 and 19. Got it? Okay, let's just start with the test questions. You can have a look on the tutorial by yourself later today. So let's just start with the test questions. So the first one is, let me just write it down on the board. Negative 14 is less than j minus 13 and less than 6. So we have to isolate the variable j. We have to remove that negative 13 from here. That means we need to add 13 to the inequality. So it would be negative 4 plus 13, j minus 13 plus 13, and minus 6 minus 13. So let's just solve the inequality. 13 minus 4 is 9. 13 minus 13 is 0. And negative 13, negative 6 is negative 19. That means the values of j are between 9 and negative 19. Got it? So it would be 9 is less than j less than negative 19. So that means the j values are between 9 and negative 19. It would be mm, negative 1. Negative 1 is less than j less than 19. Option number 3 is the correct option. So just select the correct option, then click on the OK button. Okay, the next one is solve for n. So the inequality is 11 is 11 is greater than equal to n plus 6 and greater than negative 9. So we have to isolate the variable n. So 6 is adding to n, so just subtract 6 to the inequality. It would be 11 minus 6, n plus 6 minus 6, and minus 9 minus 6. So 6 minus 6 is 0, 11 minus 6 is 5, 5 is greater than equal to n, and negative 9 minus 16 is negative 15. Got it? That means the n is between 5 and negative 15. Got it? So the solution for the inequality is 5 is greater than equal to n is greater than negative 15. Option number 2 is the correct option. Got it? 5 is greater than n is greater than negative 15. Okay, the next one is solve for u plus 9 is less than negative 6, or u minus 7 is greater than negative 8. Let me just write it down on the board. Okay, so it is u plus 9 is less than negative 6, and the second one is u minus 7 is greater than negative 8. So you have to remove that 9, so just subtract both sides by 9. So it would be negative 6, negative 9, that is negative 15. So u is less than negative 15. Now we're going to add that 7 to the other side. It would be negative 8 plus 7, and that would be u is greater than negative 1. So that means the solution for the inequality is u is less than negative 15 and u is greater than negative 1. So it would be option number 3. U is less than negative 15 and u is basically the values of u are in between negative 15 and negative 1. Got it? They are less than negative 15 and greater than negative 1. So option number 3 is the correct option. Got it? Okay, the next one is 14 is less than d plus 12 and less than equal to 19. Let me just write it down on the board. 14 is less than d plus 12 less than equal to 19. So you have to isolate the variable d. We have to remove that 12 from here. So let's just add 12 to the inequality. So subtract 12 to the inequality. So it would be 14 minus 12 is less than d plus 12 minus 12, and that would be 19 minus 12. So 14 minus 12 is 2 and 12 minus 12 is 0. We are left with d here, and 19 minus 12 is 7. So that means that d is the value of the d's are between 2 and 7. Got it? So the correct option is 2 is less than d is less than equal to 7. So option number, the last option is the correct option. Got it? Okay, let's just move on to the next one. Okay, the next one is 3 is less than equal to q plus 6 less than equal to 16. So we have to isolate the variable q. That means you have to subtract 6 to the inequality. It would be 3 minus 6 is less than equal to q plus 6 minus 6 and less than equal to 16 minus 6. So 6 minus 6 is 0. We are left with q here. 3 minus 6 is negative 3 less than equal to q less than equal to 16 minus 6 is 10. So that means the values of q are between negative 3 and 10. So it would be negative 3 less than equal to q less than equal to 10. Option number 2 is the correct option. Got it? Okay, the next one is y minus 2 is less than equal to negative 3. Y minus 2 is less than equal to negative 3 and y minus 2 is y minus 2 is greater than equal to 9. So let's just add 2 to both sides. So it would be y is less than equal to negative 3 plus 2. So negative 3 plus 2 is negative 1. Y is less than equal to negative 1. And y is greater than equal to 9 plus 2. So 9 plus 2 is 11. So it is y is greater than 11. That means the y has the values between negative 1 and 11. Y is less than negative 1 and greater than 11. So it would be option number 1 is the correct option. Just select the correct option and click on the OK button. Okay, you can complete the test by yourself later today. Let me just move on to the next lesson. So if you need more help with the lesson, you can contact any tutor on the Skype. They are available from Monday to Friday, 5 to 9. So let's just move on to the next lesson. The next lesson is graph solutions to the inequality. Graph solutions to the compound inequality. Now we're going to learn how do we graph the solutions of the inequality. So let's just start with the first example. The first example is t plus 8 is less than equal to 16 or t minus 20 is greater than negative 6. So first we have to solve the inequality like we did in the last lesson. Let's just do solve the inequality on the board, then we'll graph them. Okay, so it is t plus 8 is less than equal to 16. So the solution is t is less than equal to 8. The second part is t minus 20 is greater than 6, negative 6. So the solution is t is greater than 14. So now we're going to learn how do we graph the solution. So basically we have two solutions of the inequality. T is less than 8. So all the less values are on the left hand side of the graph. So here is the solution t is less than 8. 8 to left side, shade to the left of the 8. Then we have t is less than 14, t is greater than 14. So all the greater values are on the right hand side. So it would be 14 on the left of the right of the 14. Got it? So basically it is a compound inequality with two solutions. Got it? So it is the solution of the graphs look like the two rays. Got it? With two endpoints. The first one is less than 8, t is less than equal to 8, and the second one is t is greater than 14. So these are the two rays are the solution of the inequality. Got it? Okay, the next one is 10 is greater than equal to m plus 18 and greater than 1. So let's just solve the inequality first. The solution of the inequality is negative 18 is greater than equal to m, negative 8 is greater than equal to m, and negative 17. That means the values of m is in between negative 8 and 17. Got it? That is because you have just in a variable that is between two values. So the graph looks like a line segment. Got it? Okay, the next one is solve for b and graph the solution. B plus 8 is greater than equal to 19, or b minus 16 is less than negative 9. So b plus 8 is greater than equal to 19. So that means the solution is b is greater than equal to 11. And the solution for the second inequality is b is less than 7. So basically you have the two inequalities. So the graphs look like the two rays. Got it? One of the value is b is greater than 11. So it would be on the right hand side of the 11. The second one is b is less than 7. So it would be on the left hand side from the 7. Got it? So the lesson doesn't has any test questions. You can have a look on the, okay. Yes, the graph doesn't have the tutorial, so you can find the chapter, the lesson on your book and do the practice questions from your book. Got it? So if you have any question, you can ask. I'm here to answer all your questions and confusions if you have any. So ask question if you have any. No questions? Okay, that's all for today. So we're working on the grade 9 maths. Chapter we're working on is single variable inequalities. The lessons we have covered today are solve advanced linear inequalities, graph compound inequalities, solve compound inequalities, and the graph solutions to compound inequalities. Please make sure before the next session you have to complete all the test questions for the lessons we did today. So if you need more help with the lesson, you can contact any tutor on the Skype. They are available from Monday to Friday, 5 to 9. Got it? That's all for today. See you in the next session. Bye everyone.